Have you ever looked at the full moon and felt a pull, a sadness you couldn't quite name? Let me tell you why. It's a story from my village, a story of what happens when a god's love becomes a curse. My name is Aid, and I am one of the last who remembers the girl who sang to the night. In my village of Ilari, tucked away in the heart of the land, there lived a young woman named Abeni. She was poor, an orphan, and most of us barely saw her during the day. She was a shadow, moving through the market, her eyes always downcast. But when she sang, even the restless wind would slow down to listen. Her voice was not loud, but it carried a weight, a history that felt older than the hills around us. Every night, without fail, I would see her walk to the riverbank. The water would be still, like a dark mirror reflecting the stars, and there she would sing to the sky. She wasn't looking for praise or coin. Her heart was just too full of stories, of sorrows, and of a strange, unbreakable hope to stay quiet. High above, in the silent silver expanse, Yukapa, the moon spirit, was listening. For ages, Yukapa had watched us humans. He had seen our kindness and our cruelty, our greed and our generosity, our wars and our fleeting moments of peace. He had grown weary, his spirit cold from the endless cycle of our flaws. He saw our betrayals, the way we hurt each other for power or gold, and he had learned to keep his distance. But Abeni's song was different. It wasn't a prayer for riches or a plea for a better life. It was just pure. It spoke of a profound loneliness, the kind that echoes in an empty house, but it also held a stubborn hope, a belief that even in darkness, there was beauty. Her melody touched a part of him that had been dormant for centuries. That night, the moon itself seemed to tremble in the sky, its light pulsing with an emotion it had long forgotten. Then, the unthinkable happened. Breaking all the ancient laws of the heavens, Yukapa descended to earth. He left his celestial throne and walked among us. He took the form of a man tall, with skin that seemed to hold a soft inner glow and eyes like pools of silver fire. I saw him that first night. I was just a boy, hiding in the tall reeds by the river, trying to catch fish. He approached Abeni as she finished her song. There was no fear, only a sense of inevitability, as if two halves of a forgotten story were finally meeting. They talked until the first light of dawn painted the sky, chasing the stars away. And the next night, he came again. And the next. Abeni didn't know he was the moon. To her, he was just a stranger, a kind man with a gentle voice and eyes that saw right into her soul. She only knew that when he smiled, the heavy ache in her heart seemed to vanish, replaced by a warmth she had never felt before. A quiet, dangerous love grew between them, nurtured by the secrets of the night. But such a love could not remain hidden. The Sky Elders, the ancient guardians of cosmic order, were watching. They had seen Yukapa leave his post, had felt the imbalance in the heavens. With voices like rolling thunder, they called him back. A god can watch humans, they warned, their words echoing through the cosmos. You can pity them, you can guide them, but you can never, ever love one. The punishment they devised was cruel, a testament to their cold, unyielding laws. If Yukapa returned to the sky for good, abandoning his love, Abeni would forget him completely. The memories of their nights together, his silver fire eyes, the warmth of his hand, all would be wiped from her mind as if he had never existed. But if he chose to defy them and stay on earth with her, the moon would disappear from the sky forever. The world would be plunged into an eternal, starless darkness, disrupting the tides, confusing the animals, and casting humanity into chaos. His heart heavy with an impossible choice, Yukapa returned to Abeni by the river one last time. He told her everything, who he was, where he came from, and the terrible price of their love. I watched from my hiding place as Abeni wept. Her sobs were not loud, but they were the sound of a world breaking. Her heart, so recently filled with impossible joy, was now shattered. But through her tears, she looked at the man she loved, the spirit of the moon, and made her choice. "Let the world have its light," she told him, her voice barely a whisper. "Let the travelers find their way, and let the lovers have their moon to wish upon, even if it means I must lose you. But love, true love, is a stubborn, defiant thing. It does not easily bow to rules or punishments." On their final night together, under the brilliant glow of the full moon that was soon to be his prison, Abeni sang one last song. This time, it was not a song of sadness or loss. It was a song of gratitude. She sang of the joy he had brought her, of the feeling of being truly seen for the first time in her life. Her voice rose into the heavens, a thread of pure, selfless love weaving through the fabric of the night. It was so powerful, so achingly beautiful, that it reached the very halls of the Sky Elders. And for the first time in eons, they wept. Moved by her sacrifice and the purity of her heart, they altered the punishment. Yukapa would return to the sky to his lonely duty. Abeni would remain on earth. But the bond they had formed would not be entirely severed. The elders decreed that once every month, when the moon is full and its light floods the earth, Abeni's spirit would be allowed to rise from her sleep and walk in the heavens beside him. She would not remember him in her waking life, but in her dreams and in the heart of the moon, their love would live on. Abeni lived a long life in our village. She never married. She remained poor and quiet, but something in her had changed. She never forgot how to sing. Her songs still filled the evenings by the river, but now they held a new depth, a knowing peace. And even today, we elders in Ellery tell the young ones, when the moon is full and bright and the night air feels gentle and full of unspoken words, that is not just light you see. That is not just a celestial body hanging in the sky. It is love, still reaching across an impossible distance, still refusing to fade. It is the spirit of a girl from a small village walking with her God. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel for more tales from our land. Thank you for listening.